this belonged to my mother. The oracle, she said, Demetria had one of my family's artifacts. She had this on her. I snatched it from her before we fled. This was my mother's.
Interesting.
I was just, remembering my family as I put it on, and I heard them. I don't know if I'm going mad, like they said I was, or if I really am hearing them because they're reaching out, or did I just make it up because I wanted to hear them so badly? I don't know. She's gonna like furrow her brow and sort of look at Asta, and then across at like Kira, and even at the fuck, what's his name? Lorius. Does anyone know where is the Queen of Amazons? Does that mean anything to anyone?
Lorius would look like he doesn't know at all. But Kira conveniently will know. And she says, Queen of the Amazons. We need to go on quite the journey. If you want to meet her.
Where is she? Who is she? What is she?
Well, along the Cerulean Gulf, there is an island. The island of Themis. And on this island live the Amazons, warriors. Completely made of female warriors.
That makes no sense. How could there be another generation?
It would seem that they have other means. For example, I have heard that they take prisoners for breeding purposes.
Oh, Jesus. Actually, Jesus doesn't exist. By the stars.
Who are then executed.
Wow.
Soon after.
F by Snoo Snoo.
So we have living, breathing representatives of the what are those insects called?
The spiders?
Praying mantis. That sounds a little bit terrifying, I must admit.
Perhaps not so much for you. I mean, maybe they welcome females?
Who is to know? But who is this queen?
So last I heard, the Queen of the Amazons were led by Thessalia the Sixth. Queen Thessalia the Sixth.
Basilia the Sixth?
Yeah, I'll copy and paste it. She, along with her sisters, have absolute power there. But that is the extent of what I have heard.
She nods.
So, I mean, if they're on an island, I mean, we'd also need some kind of way to get there anyway. That kind of seems beyond their reach right now.
We certainly have other things we must deal with first, but at least I have a direction in the long run. For some reason, this queen, if the voices I heard were speaking truth, then there was another. This amulet was my mother's, but my father, he had a rod. It was a ruling icon of my family. I mean to reclaim it if that's will lead me towards my family. They asked me to, but it is we have other things we must do as well.
I don't know for sure. Maybe it's just us, but do all amulets and lockets contain voices of dead people?
No, I have worn many fine jewelries in my life, and I have never heard voices like that before.
Yeah. Unique to us, I suppose. Interesting. Oh, I mean, I myself have heard from one. I mean, I don't think I believe if you heard it, you heard it.
Sorry for waking you. I am exhausted. I need to rest and think. And she's just gonna like pull out a bedroll and just curl up.
Sure.
Gonna cry quietly. You know, it's bedroll.
Yeah. So in terms of the horn, I think just like people, I don't know how to explain it in character. I think characters just know, like when they're in possession of a magical item that, it's one that they can attune to if they wanted to, and the horn of the horn is
I've
one
got
of
the
those.
identify spell. It's a yeah. So, yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got detect magic and identify and stuff, but she was just gonna do it in the morning as well when everyone's sort of refreshed.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it just like you say, you like feel the presence of something wanting to attune to you, right?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
ominous.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of a way to explain it. And for like in game, it's like surely they would feel like something pushing against them.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's probably not like a compulsion, which
yeah.
but it's
Attune to me. I'm definitely not cursed. I mean, identify doesn't show that anyway, so
That's true.
I mean, you're tuned to your amulet with no ill effects. So I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah, but this
resist
was a
the attunement.
family heirloom that
I know he
she's not
doesn't really
entrusted.
understand that though. He just assumes it's fine, so he'll allow
Oh
it.
dear. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, so are you gonna attune to it, Esther?
Yeah, I've got it on me, so I'll tune to the dragon horn.
Okay, so you feel no full effects, but you do get to identify it. And I'll just show it to you. Well, actually, let me read through it in case there's spoilers.
Yeah, so, wait, I shouldn't have said you that.
Okay, yeah. I'll just let you identify it. Give that a read. And I'll read through it. I'll talk it out. This horn, fashioned from one of the horns of Balmetria, it has 2 command words. One that produces delicious food, along with water and wine. And in a sufficient quantity to keep 6 people fed for a day. And sometimes you can get dreams of possible futures. And the second command word produces a paralyzing mercurial vapor. And this lets any creatures around you become paralyzed if they fail the saving throw.
Damn.
Does a better job. Oh, no. I suppose technically, I could actually use this tomorrow. I mean, the food and drink anyway. If I pair that with my Outlander, I could probably feed everyone here.
Nice. No one for the kids.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's like, wait, what's the egg shit in this world? Is it like the Greek?
Oh, yeah, kids getting drunk.
It's fine. They're technically teenagers, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend the wine anyway.
They have been frisky enough.
Yeah.
They can have water and gruel. Oh, that's true. There's going to be a whole lot of teenage pregnancies that these poor parents are going to have to deal with.
It's not our problem.
Yeah, that's true. We're just going to back nice and safe.
Yeah, we reap the rewards and they get the shit reward 9 months later.
But otherwise, after that, I assume everyone would just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm assuming we've got enough people to keep a basic watch.
Yeah, there is a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we don't need to worry about it. And yeah, everyone gets a full long rest, and a new day will come.
Come the following morning, assuming the attunement was successful for the amulet, Lume's going to have a lot of colour to her skin. She was sort of ashen and grey and a bit sort of sunken for a long time, but she looks vibrant and energetic. Hair's a bit glossy and there's a bit of spark to her now. She's a bit revitalised.
When you wake up, you would see that a pile of nuts have been left by your side.
Oh, she's gonna look around for Hercus.
He's currently digging a hole.
She's gonna just chuckle to herself quietly. Good morning, Hercus.
And he looks at you and he says, "Nuts."
Yes, well done,
Yes,
Hercus.
you are. But I mean, well, I'm sure they're very filling for you, but perhaps the children You might like something else.
I can make some tea at least. I don't have much in the way of food.
As well. I mean, this is the forest. I might be able to strange up something for at least half of them, and I think I have a way to get some more for the rest. I'll wander off. And...
Oh, I can. Yeah. Actually, probably we shouldn't leave everyone unattended. Never mind.
Yeah. So if we
Yeah, no, she's just gonna stay there and keep an eye on everyone. Maybe like put up a pot and start making tea for the kids and stuff. Just let them sleep a bit longer. But first, the first cups are going to go to Hercus and Lorius, and she's going to thank them, just like really sincerely. She doesn't have much to offer in way of thanks, but she has this.
Yeah. So with Aster, you don't need to roll anything because of that background feature. And you're able to find, some small hairs probably, or I don't know what lives in the woods actually.
They would be his, yeah.
Yeah, maybe some boars. Oh, that's probably too big. But yeah. And as you're thanking them, Lume, Hercus says, fine. Leave forest when you want. And Lorius, he says, actually, would I be able to come with you when you leave?
Hardly say no to another companion on the road, especially to help look after these children, bringing them back to their homes. That is the way we intend to go. Your company would be welcome.
Oh, good. And he looks in the direction of where Aster went. I'm glad.
Aster's just getting some food. I do not know why Lysandro was left in the pool and Mayor has vanished, but I'm not sure what to do.
One thing you would also realize about Lysander, or probably like you have flashbacks of finding him in the pool. Besides, the water in his lungs, he was completely healed. There was no hole in his chest. There were no scars from the battles, or even the scars of when you met him as a warrior. He was completely fine.
Okay. And he's still asleep?
No, he'd probably wake up by now. Yeah, there's no ill effects on him, seemingly. But yeah, for the purposes of ending up being here, he's just gonna stand in the side.
Lysander, can you keep an eye on the kids? I'm not sure if you remember what happened, but Mare is missing. I need to try to find her. If I can find no sign, then I'm going to have a look.
He gives a nod and stands next to the kids.
And she's going to cast Locate Objects. And she's going to just, I don't know, something that I knew Maya would have on her, typically speaking. Like something that she wouldn't be without. She's traveled with her for many months, so just trying to ping on anything, which would at least like assuade the guilty conscience of like not looking. Did I not look behind that tree, under that bush? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't get any pings from around this place. So that could mean a couple of things. But yeah, nothing is located.
Okay. Blessing of Foresight. So she probably would have cast this as Asta was getting back, and she'll put the blessing of Foresight on. Did you still have any temporary hit points? No, you can't have because you lost hit points.
Yeah.
You get was it cleric level is what level am I? 3?
Yeah, we're still free.
4, so 7 temporary hit points. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And yeah, well, if she doesn't get any pings and she's already done a physical search, she's just gonna like sort of slump, a bit defeated.
I'm back with the sort of basic stuff I have. Don't know if the kids are up here, but I'll sort of lay it out. Some, hopefully, hopefully this should be enough between us. We might have to still share it though. It might not just be enough. And I'll use the horn to summon the rest of the food.
What the hell was that?
The item sort of. I'm assuming like your amulet did it. It wished to attune, I suppose.
Wished to?
Wish is not the right word. Damn it. Yeah. I know he'd finger you like that. Yeah, it wished to attune. So well, I didn't see any. No harm came to you when you did it, so I did the same.
Oh my god. This belongs to my family for generations. I can trust this horn we know nothing about. Would you mind? Can I hold it for 10 minutes so I can identify it at least, and maybe put some fears to ease? Oh, just
Sure.
sorry to explain my reaction. I know you've not been on this world for long, but there are many stories of cursed items with horrible ill effects, things that will suck the life out of you or control you. Or there are horrible things that can be attached to some magical items. Please don't let them bond to you quite so eagerly in the future. Let me at least try to learn some things about them before you do. I do not want to lose another friend.
I apologize.
You're in good health, so I suppose no harm done. But
well, I mean, I still feel the same, but I'll heed your warning. I mean, I just assumed it was fine. I really should stop doing that.
we live and learn, or die and learn, I suppose. Oh dear. Oh, that's quite a rush you've given me. Yeah, she's gonna ritual cast identify on the horn, and then just confirm what he already knows about the horn, but at least like she knows herself now and is a bit more at ease. That's pretty great. No, you. She reaches across, like slaps one of the boys' hands. No wine for you. You can have water there.
There's definitely plenty of that around.
No, I don't want to hear your whining. I swear, boy. You like reach a foot, like grab his ear, threatening to twist it. I'm watching you.
Yes, seems like you had enough fun back in the cave, but well, we don't need to discuss that anyway.
I think. How much do you children remember of what happened?
One of them speaks up and says, our memories are still intact. And they look around and they realize, but not all of us are here, I realize.
No, there were some casualties. You are all that we could save. I'm sorry for that. But they died bravely trying to fight their way out of the temple.
And you see a sullen look come over most of them.
Just like doing our best to sell it, and that they weren't just like pulled apart and cooked and.
Yeah, Harkins perks up. I thought they were. Shut up! Go back to your nuts. Well, if they are feeling rested once we've finished a meal, we could start making the trip at least. Probably have to move a bit slower with so many, but we will get back.
Yes, we should be on the move to get away from this place. We have no idea where that Geigen's gotten to, but perhaps the fear will drain out of them and they will return before long.
Yes, they don't seem. They might not, like you said, might not go back to the temple for a while, but they could be hazardous out in the woods, maybe.
The thing was terrifying.
Oh, sorry, did you drink the wine out of it? Or the water?
I think it was like a mixture, I'm assuming.
Yeah, is that what it said? I think it was a
Wait,
wine
hold on.
and water that it made.
Yeah, hold on. Did it specify? Let me bring it up again.
Lume is not
it's
one
both.
for drink.
Oh yeah, it says
She drink
along with water and wine. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm assuming she probably wouldn't have had it. I probably would have had some because the kids definitely wouldn't be getting any.
Okay. Well, whoever drinks the wine, within 30 seconds, you are feeling sleepy and your eyes close just for a second and you fall into a deep sleep.
But damn it, I just woke up.
She's gonna like reach down and like shake, slap. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
If you try to like open the eyelids of Esther, it's probably just like all white. Probably similar to what you saw Versi, the oracle, what happened to her when she was giving the prophecy to you.
She's gonna like look suspiciously down at the wine that was created. Back at him. Oh, bloody hell.
Did you drink it?
Her, no, she thinks he's gone and poisoned himself with some bullshit toxic wine. So she's just gonna like keep guard over him.
Meanwhile, Esther, you have a dream. And it is one that is, I guess, a little bit unexpected. You hear the sounds of the ocean. Seagulls cawing in the distance. Waves brushing along a beautiful galley that you are standing on the deck of. In front of you, a bright cerulean sea stretches out. You look down at a strange bronze device in your hands. It seems to reflect the constellations of the night sky, even though the sun shines brightly overhead. The oarsmen pulled the ship through the water faster than you thought possible. You look down at the men on the benches. They meet your gaze with dead eyes and skeletal faces. Dozens of leering corpses. And at that point, you feel the slap, and you wake up to Lume standing over you.
Hey, wake up. Hey. Oh, good, you're back with me. What the hell was that?
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I was briefly elsewhere in a place I didn't recognize. I don't know how that happened.
It's like only at that point where that she connects the prophecy about drinking from the horn and revealing visions. She's gonna like look suspiciously across at Kyra. Are we supposed to drink that wine and do what he did? Or is he being poisoned by something?
No,
I'm very confused.
that is part of the labors to drink from the horn.
Do I
That's not my
have?
kind of labor. Labor, drink. All right.
Esther, what did you see?
Oh. Well, I was on some kind of, oh shit. He doesn't even know what half that stuff was. Trying to think of what would he think it would be.
A floating tree. A hollowed floating tree.
Yeah. I suppose best thing he could come up, maybe, wait, what was it, like a galleon or was it like a rowboat?
Galleon.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. Oh, that's right, because some of those were man-powered with oars. So I was on some kind of, it felt like sort of felt like a floating house of some kind. I think we're on some kind of giant lake, but it smelled something I haven't smelled before. Very, very unpleasant. I was surrounded by a bunch of skeletal-looking figures. They were, I don't know, I think, pushing the object through the lake. I think we were going somewhere, and well, that's when you kind of woke me up.
That's dead things? I think what you're explaining was a boat, but what about these dead things? What do you mean?
Oh, they kind of look like skeletons, I guess. Like, I don't know how they were moving. I've never seen them move with, I do know the basics of an animal. I know we all are skeletons. I don't know how they still move without skin, though, and organs.
Lume's gonna frown. Very dark magics. Come on, let's pack up. We need to get away from this place.
Maybe if I... Sorry, go on.
Kira speaks up. That was the Ultras.
In the common tongue?
The famous trireme constructed by the Dragonlords. What that stump was used for down there. Estor Arcalander.
That's what they killed her for, to make that?
Yeah, that seems a waste. A vessel meant by the dead. It sounds horrific. Why would Dragonlords do such a thing?
There must be more to this, perhaps more to the story. I don't know. Perhaps I could try it later on. If you watch over me while I do it, maybe see where it goes. I mean, there must be more to it.
I think we're all supposed to. But not right now. Let us get the day's travel.
Oh, of course,
first.
Yes, things ahead. Once they're safely back and we have some spare time.
Yes. Even when we take rest tonight, it's away from here at least.
Kira will say, for whatever reason, the Ultras lies in your future. If you plan on finding more about it, you should speak to this descendant of Estor Archelander, the king of Mitros, current king of Mitros, as he is a descendant of Estor.
That's the city you're from, correct?
Yes.
I mean, do you want to? I mean, would you be okay with talking to him at some point? I know it's a little awkward considering he's keeping your seat warm, so to speak.
No, she would never have revealed anything like that.
Then I will not say that. Sorry, I sometimes forget what we've revealed in and out of character. I guess I wouldn't have said any of that. Just more like, are you comfortable going back to the city?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. That is a good question though. So no one remembers her family at all and thinks she's a crazy person and her family never existed and this and that. But she still had like the house. Like she returned to the house and it just had nothing, like no sign of them. But was she still in the same position? Like who was she when her family vanished? Is there still ties to like the ruling families and stuff, or is she now known as like some just weird spinster? Or like, yeah, I'm not sure I understand the dynamic there.
I think there was like a show. I forgot what show it was, but essentially you're just like no one, literally no one. No one knows you.
So everyone's forgotten like my title position. Everything's just sort of vanished. And
yeah, you go to the history books. History is not the same.
Is that only in the city? Like, how does that work with us? Is it just based on what she's told us?
I think this is sort of more backdating to when her family vanished, like suddenly.
Yeah, I suppose technically you haven't actually mentioned it to us, so there's like no sort of contradiction. I suppose you might have mentioned some of it to Lume, maybe.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't reveal on it. Like if no one remembers it, everyone's been treating her like she's crazy. Like that's why she's never mentioned anything about her family to anyone else until there was finally a sign that maybe there was something to it because of the oracle. But she would say nothing about who she was, her position, what she knew, none of that, because everyone's just treat her like she's fucking crazy.
Yeah. As we do indeed have many destinations ahead, I mean, they all sound, well, I'm sure we can discuss that once we're, back
First,
in... Yes.
We'll see these children home, and then we'll move on to Praxis and see where the road takes us from there.
Sorry. Always thinking, a lot of time to think up there.
Yes, I imagine there would be. They're gonna like pack up, start sort of pushing the kids, sort of moving sort of northwest out of this place. So she's gonna thank Hercus again, and then to start leading all the kids, hopefully in the right direction, the hell out of this fucking forest.
Yeah, I think I should be able to make my way back with the thing.
Hey, Aster, do you have a favorite constellation, a collective of stars? Just curious as she like sort of looking up towards the heavens as they walk.
Make sure, wait. Just trying to think, from the point of view of a star, can you actually see other stars?
Yeah, that's why she's asking. She's like super
interested. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
Well, it's unusual. I mean, I was aware, like, I was, part of one, but it's more like I was facing downwards. I haven't really seen too much of the sky only since I got here. It's really, well, it's actually more beautiful than I thought it would be. I mainly stared for sometimes days or years at the time at the ground below as it slowly changed. It was quite fascinating.
Sounds lonely.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know what loneliness was. That was my only existence. I didn't believe there was any other way. That's why it was so unusual to, see someone as soon as I landed. I was not expecting that. For all I knew, the ground was just as empty.
Well, I am happy to have taught you that there is more out there.
It is so very large. Probably take me a very long time to see it all, but I would definitely like to try.
Oh yes, it is a very large span of land. There are stories. I mean, I don't know if there's any truth to these stories. I think maybe they're just, wild, fantastical tales of lands beyond our continents from a faraway place. More lands somehow distantly connected. But these people have also been speaking of strange alien gods and civilizations. I'm not sure how much of it all is, worth believing, but I mean, in the terms of throwing stones at people for things that they say, I should be the last one to open my mouth.
Interesting. I suppose if the world is as wide and as immersive as the sky, it could be correct. Although, perhaps something to look into. But well, again, there's so much to do here as well. I suppose it's nice to know that at least elsewhere there's more to it, so to speak.
Indeed. Poor Lysander. It sounds like he's got a cold. He's all choked up.
Eventually, maybe after a couple of days, you make your way back to the villages. And the teenagers, this is their home, so they immediately run back to their families. When one goes back, their families will come out and say, "They're back. The children are back." And everybody will come out and hug their loved ones.
Lume's gonna give him some time to sort of reconnect, but then gonna low key get the attention of the parents and stuff, and sort of collect them off to one side and give them the down low that they were under the bewitchment of a foul, corrupt entity that may have led them towards some carnal explorations, and that there may be some unintended side effects in
Cult.
in 9 months or so, and it is something that they should all be aware of and supportive of, and to support and assist one another and not yeah.
They'll nod and say, I am just back. That my daughter is safe. I'm just glad that my daughter is safe. And she's, whatever happens, we will deal with it when it comes.
I imagine there's probably a lot of super upset parents as well, because it's basically confirmed that their kids are dead.
Yeah, actually.
So she's gonna actually invest most of her time in trying to console them, trying to convince them, lie to them that their children, they managed to slip the mental grasp of this horrible entity and attempted to fight back or attempted to flee, and just hide the truth from them and try to at least let them think that their children died trying to save the other children, or give them some faint thing to put a positive spin on what's happened.
Yeah. There'll be some families like they're looking in anticipation, families like waiting at the airport, that sort of thing. And no one comes and you go up to them, tell them the news, and they just begin to sob. And could you remind me, was there a reward for this?
No. They were just mentioning, these people were mentioning it, that their children were missing as we passed through, and we offered to try and find their kids. If they even tried, she would fucking slap them and tell them to keep their damn money and look after the families of each other, look after each other, and spend it on in bettering their community.
At the very least, all will welcome you to stay at their houses if you need to.
Yeah, okay. A soft bed would be good.
Yeah. Certainly, yeah. It's probably, but not right beside you, sort of a few steps behind you, sort of as you're talking about things. After you're finished, it's you look a bit confused, tell me, what exactly happens in 9 months? Some kind of celebration?
And she's going to drag Astra off into some of the other rooms that they've been offered and close the door, and they're going to have a fairly lengthy discussion about the birds and the bees. and enlighten Astra on the method of new generations on the material plane.
And at that point, everyone levels up.
Well, that's been a hell of a talk, Jesus.
You're so inspired you become more powerful.
My God, I've got to try this.
Screw going to Astoria. Hey, you!
I want to try this copulation thing I was just talking about.
And I think we'll end the session there. Just because we don't want to go too far, I think.
Yeah, I think that's probably probably a good spot for it anyway.
What's the hit dice of a cleric? It's die 8, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
5. No. Nice. I've gone from 16 max health at the start of the session to 35 at the end.
Well, that really was a hell of a talk. How buff I am. Yeah, Constitution's a weird thing with that. Especially when you get a big increase like that.
Yeah, I was sort of role-playing the first few levels, then that she was, sort of gaunt and ashen and a bit sort of frail, and